Hello, good afternoon, and you're most welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, today I'm going to take you through my scheme of work for computer studies uh, while you are studying computing and what you expect to actually cover as a person who is doing a course in ICT or computer studies. This one is the coverage from senior 1 to senior 4. So by the end of senior 4, this is what we expect you to go through. Now, uh, let's move ahead. Allow me drop that there. Okay, so here in our scheme of work, you can see that we have teacher, my name, subject, computer studies, of course, the term up to 3, up to senior 4, number of students. Still, I can just reduce a bit here. Maybe I want people to be able to see. Now, in term 1, we can see the topic, content or breakdown, objectives, and then activities. Now, in the first, you can see the number of topics that we are supposed to cover up to the end. You can see introduction to computing. The topic 2 is also here. Look at the categories, and then we move on, breaking down all these topics. You come to topic 3, where we have computer software, and then after that computer software, you are able to now look at word processing as a topic. Just taking you through so that you can know the number of topics. Topic 5, we will be looking at computer presentation, and this computer presentation, you can see all this. Of course, we shall get back. And topic 6, we have the system startup and configuration. The same in topic 7, we have computer communication and networking. We move on to topic 8, that is spreadsheets. And then topic 9, we will be dealing with web designing. Topic 10, we have database. There we are almost finishing. Then we handle elementary computer programming. And lastly, we will be covering trends in computing. Okay, so those are the topics from senior 1 to senior 4. So we want to break down these topics so that someone can be able to understand. So topic 1, in computing, introduction to computers, you will know the definition, look at the characters, and then the modern computers. We'll look at the terminologies and then the reasons for studying computing. Okay, then still in the same topic, we will cover the evolution of computers, whereby we shall look at the origin of counting, how it started. We will look at the mechanical era and then the electromechanical era. Then we shall also, in the same way, actually cover the different computer generations. Friends that are still online, we shall now look at the uses and functions of a computer. Okay, but we shall look at them in this kind of category. Okay, we shall specify in education, research, business, health, communication, military or security, home, and entertainment or leisure. Still in topic 1, we'll be dealing with computer care and safety, the rules and regulations. This is where we are supposed to explain and practice the rules and regulations of how one is supposed to care for the computers and also the computer laboratory. Still on the same topic, we shall cover the management of computers, maintenance of our computers in the labs, then a little bit of the ethics and integrity while in computer use. So here, by so doing, we shall look at how to maintain them in a very good working condition. Therefore, we shall explain and also show the practice, what is required during computer use. Still, before we move to topic 2, I'll also look at the keyboard and navigation, the pointing devices. We shall look at the definitions, the types, uses, but of course the keyboard itself, the different sections of the keyboard and their uses. Then also the key combinations of their uses. For example, when I say Control B, what do I mean? Control C, what do I mean? Control X. Okay. After that, of course, we will enter term 2, and in term 2, we'll be able to look at the categories of computers. Here, by so doing, we shall be looking at the analog, digital, and hybrid. Then we shall distinguish the different categories of computers and explain how the different categories of computers actually do what? Function. I'll also take you through the classification of computers, ways of classifying them with examples. Say, for example, classification by size. We have the supercomputers, the mainframes, mini computers, microcomputers, and so on. Then when we look at the classification by function, where we have the networked computers, the standard ones, the real-time systems, and integrated systems. So here, a student, we expect the key objective in this topic is to classify computers by size. Okay, when we say that we have the supercomputers and the mainframes, where do they fall? So that means in which classification? And when you look here, it is the classification by size. Yes, we proceed. Then we shall look at the computer system. When you look at the computer system, here we shall now know hardware and then software. Remember, when we talk about hardware, these are physical parts of the computer that we can see and be able to touch them. We shall also look at data and then communication. Now, the key objective in this subtopic is to be able to describe the setup, okay, of the different components of the computer. Continue, we shall look at the components of the computer hardware, whereby we shall classify the components in the following categories. We have the input, output, and then hardware, and the storage components, and then processing components. We will move on still down here where we have computer software. Computer software, we shall look at the definitions of application and then system software. Here we shall be able, a student, we expect you to define and describe the types of software, okay, and also the characteristics of computer software. Thereafter, after looking at the system software, we need to also know the types of system software. Alright, with actual examples. Then we will look at the operating systems, of course, as part of the system softwares. Then we will look at the application down here. We follow up to the application softwares. Application softwares, we actually talk about the processing devices, storage devices, output and input. Then I'll take you to the introduction to word processing. When you look at the introduction of word processing, in my previous tutorial, I defined word processing. So here, I expect you to look at the definition still of key terminologies, also features of the word processor. Okay, so the word processor, when you look here, sorry, I'm trying to remove this and have it down here so that we are not intercepted. Now, we'll look at the features. When you look at a letter, because we are going to, as a practical, we will type a letter, how to enter the data, how to edit, page format, alignment, saving and printing. Then we shall look at, in the practical side still, the newsletter or news article, how to type, edit, do the columns, the headers and footers, and the bullets. Then the timetable, we shall see how to insert the table, formatting the table, of course the table columns and then the rows and cells. Of course entering the data in them, in the cells, and also editing. We look at the report, since we expect you to, at the end of this topic, to be able to do your own report. Here we realize that in this topic, someone can be able to open an existing document, import text, import images, import tables, layout, savings, footnotes and end notes, even page numbers. Of course, you need to learn how to number your work. Topic 5. In our topic 5, this is the content that we expect you to look at. Okay, we shall do a school advert, creating slides, text boxes, bullets, of course content layout, how to the slides, the basic effects and saving options. I know from the previous topic, which is word processing, we know how to save. Short stories, we shall look at short stories. Okay, importing a text, images, design templates and so on. The themes in education, health, awareness and environment, all those topics will be handling them. Topic 6, computer booting. In computer booting, we will be looking at the definition, the types of booting, application of booting, step-by-step process of booting. Here, the main objective is, 1, to make sure the student understands and knows how to describe the types of booting. He can also explain when booting can actually be done. Also, we expect the learners to describe the process of booting. Why is it required? When is it required? All these questions should be able to be answered. We will be looking at the system configuration, software installation, computer troubleshooting. Okay. Topic 7, you can see topic 7, which is communication, computer communication and networking. We look at the computer networks. Here, we will explain the importance and limitations of computer communication, the terms used during communication. Topic 8, we'll be looking at the spreadsheets. Spreadsheets, whereby we will deal with the cells, entering data, and then it will take us to web designing, where we shall look at introduction to web design. Topic 10, we will be handling database management. Database, this is using Access. We know that there are various database softwares, but for us we are going to base, according to this curriculum, we shall use MS Access. We'll look at the table design, and then topic 11, I will introduce you to introduction to programming, and also coming up with a simple program. A simple program can be, for example, making a word to move, okay? Maybe using HTML. We'll be looking at that one, and at the end of the session in Senior 4, I will expect us to be ambassadors, okay? Thereby looking at the trends in computing. Here we shall look at the computer integrity, we look at security, we look at the ethics, okay? We look at computers and our society, emerging technologies that we expect times to come with the computing. We look at the system analysis briefly, and lastly, the computer professions that we expect you at the end of the course, where you can lie as a student of computer studies. I want to thank you. This is our computer syllabus scheme of work, which everybody needs to get used to. However, it is a course from Senior 1 to Senior 4. I want to thank you once again. I am Charles Mudawa, and I want to thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Continue sharing and inviting more people to subscribe to this channel. May God bless you.